Hello there, welcome back to another video on ARK Survival Ascended. Today, I'm doing a tour of my community server. A couple of weeks ago, I decided to just go ahead and give it a try and do a little trial run of a community server that will be up at least until Scorched Earth drops. And yeah, that's been going great. A couple of people have joined and bases are finally starting to pop up. So in this video, I'll do a tour of all the bases that are on the server so far, as well show off a couple of builds that I made myself on the server that you could potentially join as well. If you're interested in joining the server, please check the link in the description for my Discord. Join it, find the ARK channel, and all the information will be in there. We're also running a couple of mods on the server just to improve the overall experience, make it a little bit easier, automate some things for you, and also to add a fun new challenge. Obviously, we got a bunch of building mods so you can build even cooler things in ARK. And as well, we have a couple of creature mods to, spice things up a little bit here on the island. After that introduction, I think it's about time to show you off a little bit of the builds on the server. This is one of two safe havens that I've made where people can just come and know they'll be safe. This is in the hidden lake in the north. I've closed off all the access points with some gates so people can enter, dinos can't, and if they do enter, there's a bunch of plants around to keep everyone safe. As well as it's the base that I'm currently using, I'll probably build some more shelters as well for people to kind of log off in if they don't have a base yet. Got some dinos as well because I'm very interested in some of these modded creatures. So we got, I think this is the Dinosuchus here. We got this cool guy from the mod showcase a couple of weeks ago, and that is very cool because you can actually use this as a way to see like the stats of all creatures. So that is very useful for taming. Then we got this guy. This is one of my recent victories. It actually was like 150. That was very exciting. And then just a Tapayara to fly around on sometimes. And then this strike baby that I saved here in the safe haven. So I had to keep him around. And this is my little build. It's very similar to the Herbivore Island base that I did in normal ARK a little bit ago. But obviously with some of the new blocks that we have here in the mod packs, it's a little bit easier because you can see we have more variation in the roofs. This is a little less steep, so basically like a normal like ramp would be, and that makes the little gradient of the roof very nice, as well as there is actually corner pieces for that level as well, so it's just nicer and easier to connect it all up. And we also have these pillars that have different variations and that can finally go diagonal as well to make it all very nice and visual. Speaking of visual, we have some visual storage, which is just a very nice way to store some of your resources around your base. Other than that, I haven't really done too much to this build. I haven't even painted it yet. I'm not sure if I will. Well, we've got a little bit of decoration here, but I haven't really done a lot. And we've got these cute guys that were in the recent mod showcase as well. And yeah, this is my little humble abode here as a safe haven, but there's much more to check out. So let's go over to the first player base and see what they've built so far. Oh, and just a little heads up, I've built another safe haven down in the south where most people tend to start out. So we'll see that along the way as well. All right, we have arrived at our second base location, and this is what one of the players that joined has built so far. He's absolutely been grinding it all out, and he's built a magnificent base here on the coast. It's near the big mountain. It's one of the spawn points here in the top right of the map. If you spawn here and you're brand new and you're looking for a friendly welcome, this will definitely be the place because he does welcome new players. So if you do decide to join, you can definitely visit this place as well. As you can see, he's got a lot of Rexes because he's preparing for a boss fight that he's invited everyone on as well. So this, I assume, is the army that will bring us to victory, hopefully. And he's got a pretty big build and a pretty cool base. So let's just try to find our way around all these Rexes. You can see it's very safe as well. There's a lot of protection around, and there is actually a bunch of decoration as well. You can see he's fully taking advantage of all the mods that we have. Ooh, he's got some cool looking tilers as well. And he's got basically everything going here. Oh, that is the hero that I was talking about. Yeah, we got penguin farm, I think. We got a bunch of decoration. He's really taking full advantage of everything that is possible in this mod, or these mods, I should say, because there's a bunch of them here. Yeah, very nice for decoration or optimization. And he's been grinding with getting the right tames, building the right stuff, and as you can see, this is a pretty cool place. I think he calls this the markets. This is where you're welcome, and usually he's got some stuff to hand out or some help to give you. So very good place to visit, and a very impressive base considering this was all done in survival by one guy, which is pretty incredible. We got some here on the dock as well, and this magnificent ship as well. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this, because this is an amazing build. This looks amazing, and if you're wondering, I was wondering the same instantly when I saw this. Is this a raft? Can I sail this? Unfortunately, it is not. It's just a cool ship. I don't think with the limit that we have right now you could build this on a raft, but seeing this, I kind of wish we could, because sailing this around would be so awesome. That would be so cool. So yeah, this is one of the awesome additions to his base that he's built. The details are great on this. I especially like the little bird up in the crow's nest. I think, yeah, it's still there. I think that's just a very, very nice detail. But yeah, this is just a great looking build. And that's also because of some of these mod pieces, of course, making it easier to look good. But yeah, this is amazing. It's so nice, and a great decoration, obviously, for a base like this. Adding some life to the harbor, and yeah, a great place to view the base as well. I mean, it is quite impressive the amount he's been able to do in such a little time. So let's check out a little bit on the inside and get to the top of the base as well. I think there's an hidden little water tame portion under here with some gates, I think, to enter and exit from. Yeah, there we go. There is the exit. So yeah, this is a little hidey hole for the water tames. And then we can go back inside here. And I think this is mostly storage and stuff, and crafting materials and just everything you need to survive, basically. But you can see he's been very busy. He's got everything he needs. He's got like every useful tame to grind up all the materials. He's got also a little snail farm going on over here as well. Generators, everything. And of course this guy warning him every time that I'm here. Yes, there we go. Yeah, and then up here we got more of the castle grounds. Looking very good. I don't think we can go into these buildings, but they do look nice. It's a very cool build. It's very cool and very impressive, because I've seen the pace that he built this at, and that was quite cool to see. Like he got his tames that he needed to collect all the materials, then he started building and he never looked back. He got this place off the ground so quickly. You know, one day you're logging in, there was like a little starter thing, and then the next day you log in and there's a big ass castle. And now with all the details he's added, it's a pretty amazing place. And yeah, hopefully we'll see much more to come here, because the whole Rex army looks quite ready for a nice battle. So let's move on to the second base. All right, I've arrived at the second location, and this is the second tribe. This is actually a two-person tribe, the Viking tribe we've got going on here on our server. And they've got this really cool dock. They've built a very impressive stables and a new longhouse. They actually had multiple buildings here before, but they took them down and they improved on the design. It's looking quite good. They have a lot of plans for the future as well to make this in a proper Viking town, as well as here is my little water dragon. I think this was also part of one of the mod showcases. It's an incredible tame, actually. It's very fun to get in the seas, and as you can see, it's quite cool and fast, and does like cool lighting stuff, and yeah, it's just a very cool mount to have. And I've kind of parked it near their beach because that's close to my safe haven, and it's just a very nice place to be parked up, you know, and checking this place out. So let's check out their docks. They started with a Viking ship. How can you not? They started all the way at the other safe haven that we'll see in a little bit after this that I built. And then they, you know, they got the gear, they got the stuff they needed, and they started sailing, and they, I think they made land on a couple of places before eventually settling down here and starting their village. But this is the hero that made it all possible, made them get here. And it's actually very cool to sail this around and then, for example, go to the other base, dock up. I kind of like that we have two bases with these docks where you can easily, you know, travel to and help each other out as different tribes. So you can see they also have taken full advantage of all the decoration mods that we have going on. Like, there's a lot of impressive detail, which, you know, I mean, this is just a great thing to have. I need this in normal ARK because, okay, the building mods are great. I would love them as well. But even without the building mods, at least give me the decor mods, because it's just so much easier to add life to your builds this way, having all these different things. And they've done very well here. There's a lot of details here going on, making this place look very alive. I mean, look at all these little fireplaces and stuff. It's very, very cool. Yeah, look at them, the two Vikings. So this is actually the first guys that joined and kind of just tried up instantly. I don't think they knew each other before. Oh, look, he's got the RG armor as well. Looking quite cool. I don't know if they got the Thyla armor yet, but yeah, there's a lot of cool mods going on the server. And let's check out some of the buildings. So this is the newly done stables they've got going on here, which looks very, very nice. I love these beams as well, like the extra textures for beams. They are just amazing. They're great. So they got a nice little stable going on here for all their tames, looking very good and very nicely organized as well. They got also the little geckos as friends here. I think these are the babies actually of my gecko that I couldn't bring home with me, so I gave them to this tribe in hopes they would keep them alive, because I was kind of feeling guilty that I had to leave the babies behind. Yeah, so these guys have already crafted some of the new saddle mods. So this was only very recently, I think this week it was in the showcase. So yeah, these armor pieces look amazing on the RGs. Very happy with those. We literally just before I recorded, we just added these, so very nice to see them already. And yeah, they've got a very nice thing going on here with... Oh, it opens for me as well. For the RGs, they've got this little aviary up here. And yeah, I love these grates windows. They are very nice to have. There's a lot of building pieces in these mods that I would like to have myself on my playthroughs, but I'm kind of debating for like the next maps when I play through them and I do my buildings, because on the one hand, I would love to do more builds with modded stuff, but then if I make tutorials, I feel like more people will find them useful if they're in the vanilla ARK. So please do let me know if you would like to see maybe not all my builds, so maybe not my normal playthrough, but maybe if I do on my own server, this server, the community server, if I sometimes do some builds with the modded pieces for those of you who maybe join the server or have this mod on your own server as well. I think it's the like Architect Remastered mod. They got a little smithy over here as well. But yeah, do let me know if you would like to see some modded builds, because I kind of want to try build some more stuff. I love these forges. They look very cool and very alive. I don't think I'm allowed into the buildings though, but I don't think we need to be inside. This looks very nice. Very nice and cozy. I think they had this house over here when they started, and I think they moved it actually, which is kind of interesting, because they definitely moved it. It wasn't here to start. But yeah, it's definitely looking very, very nice. I think they've got plans to basically build a wall all around this and make it into like a proper Viking town. They landed here on the shore and they established a little town, and they still have their little dock and harbor to go out and adventure. And this I assume is the longhouse that they've just been working on. There was a longhouse before, but I think they was built before we had all the modded pieces on the server. So this is taking advantage of like being able to do the curves more and having this little little edge around the whole building, which looks very, very nice. I like that. I like actually that's also like a walkway underneath. Love little details like that. And again, I love these beams, these extra things that we have, the round ones and also these ones, the stripped logs just look very, very nice. And I wish we were able to do these diagonal pillars or beams on normal ARK as well. I mean, they have so many snap points for everything. Please just give that. Even if we don't get these extra textures, at least give us the extra snap points. But yeah, this is a very cool build as well. I can't wait to see what these guys do with the rest of this little town that they're building. But it's already coming along quite nicely and very cool to see. And also just very cool to see that they instantly started working together, and they've been working together quite well ever since. So that is awesome to see as well. Let's go down south to the first safe haven that I built to check that out and to check out someone else's base as well. All right, there we go. We're back down south, and if you spawn in the more traditional starting areas, so all the way here at the beach where we all used to wake up when you start ARK, then there's this little safe haven that you can visit and that you can stay at if you need a little safe place to log in or out. And you know, you can just relax here. I think you can actually cook some food, make some colors if you want some dyes. I don't think there's much in here anymore. There might still be some food in here for animals. But yeah, there's just a couple of places where you can grab some stuff, or at least be safe to log out when you're visiting the server for the first time. As well as this little guy that is actually in charge here right now, because I've moved up north, because most people have their bases there. But yeah, this is of course one of my typical A-frame designs that I've used a bunch. This is a slightly different design with a larger portion on the side going like this. I actually kind of like the way that's looking. It's also using tech, because I think on one of the videos that I made of the A-frame, someone said, what would it look like with tech? Well, this is the answer. This is what it would look like with tech. I think it looks pretty cool actually. The texture of tech looks quite nice, nice and shiny. But yeah, it's a nice build. You can visit. This was all before we had any building mods, so that's why there's no mods being used for the design, and also didn't really decorate it with any of the mods. I might do that at some point maybe to, you know, bring a little bit more life and showcase instantly what you can do here. Let's not forget our friend, because otherwise I'll be looking for him everywhere. But yeah, this is a small little A-frame here that I built, and if you join the server, feel free to come here, chill out, log out whenever you need it, or just use the tools here available to get your first little things cooked up and everything. And yeah, it's a nice place to visit. Hopefully we will see you soon as well. Let's visit two other bases actually that I know of people that have joined the server as well. And it will probably not be very surprising that someone made a raft and came all the way over here to Herbivore Island to make a base, because it's a great place, a perfect place. And I think this is a little holiday resort in the making. We got a nice little house here on the water. I actually really like this design on stilts. That's a very cool style. I actually was considering building something on stilts for the center map, because there's a lot of water there as well. Obviously this, with all the modded pieces, is looking much better than I can probably do with normal ARK. But yeah, this is a nice little build, nice and relaxing. Can I sit on this? Maybe not, because it's probably locked for me. But yeah, this is a nice place to call home. I think he's got plans to slowly extend this as he moves on the ARK. But yeah, this is a nice little place. I don't think I can get in. Nope, definitely not. But yeah, this is a nice little house. And I love the fact that we've got these decorations, because they are absolutely perfect for a place like this, making the holiday vibes come to life. Yeah, and he's got a bunch of dinos as well. He's progressing rapidly. And then we got this little place to chill out in as well. It's a nice and comfy little build. I think he's just getting started out, but he's already done a great thing. And he's picked a great spot, to be honest. Like, this is a great place to build on. You don't have to worry about a lot of dinos. And yeah, it's going to be super holiday vibes here. So we can all come down here to relax after a hard day of work, or getting arked again, you know, because that happens a lot as well. But yeah, very cool build. Love to see what he will be doing to the place when he gets to, you know, build some more structures. But this is a very cool start. And yeah, very nice and relaxing, I suppose. I can't really lay down here. Maybe like this. This is going to be me having like a little holiday vacation here. Yeah, this is quite relaxing, I would say. I think we've got one more base to check out. That's all the bases that I know of so far. But as I've said many times, feel free to join us and come and build some of yourself. And if you're ever flying around the ARK and you need a little pit stop, then we got the perfect platform for you to stop by on your travels. This is also a fairly recent base, only just finished, I think today actually. Or I don't know if it's actually completely finished, but I know he's only recently, like yesterday, started building this, and now this is already here. So looking quite nice, safe to land on, safe to take, you know, catch a little breath and get your stamina back. I think this is the first one, and it got some amazing views of the ARK around it. Like, you are right on top of this river. You're very close to the redwood. So if you're visiting that and you're flying back home, you can easily stop by. We're pretty close to the green hub as well. And most importantly, we are close to the safe haven, the Vikings up there, and then the ocean base that I showed at the start right over there. The only thing that's far away, of course, is obviously Herbivore Island. But that, yeah, I mean, that's the nature of an island. It's quite far from the center of the mainland. But yeah, this is a great place to stop by on your travels. A great little platform where you can get your stamina back. And then I think this is actually the interior. I love these. They almost look like there's no wall here, but there's actually a wall here. These glass walls, that makes the design like this, like yeah, so much more interesting, because you can actually still have the view without the weird texture that we have for like the greenhouse things. Oh, there we go. There's the owner of the house. Let's be quiet, because I guess he's still sleeping. Yeah, this is a very cool place. Very cool placement, of course, as well. Like on this little cliff platform where you can't really come except for flyers. And I love the fact that, you know, we have these kind of locations pop up and people inviting each other over. Like, if you're flying by, feel free to stop by. I love that kind of atmosphere, and I think this is more of his house going on down there. But yeah, this is a neat little build to stop on your travels and maybe visit someone else on the server. It's just a very cool looking design, I think, and it's a great place. I mean, you're always looking for safe places to be able to land and get your stamina back. So if you're traveling in a cloud, for example, you can easily land here and get your stamina back before you can see again. There we go. Now the clouds are gone, we can appreciate it a little bit better. But yeah, this is a neat little design. I love the idea of just having these platforms around for people to just drop by, get the stamina, and continue on their journey. Yeah, very cool to see more things pop up. Speaking of which, we've got one more, which I like to call the literal Airbnb. If you've played any of ARK and the island, you probably know the feeling of having a rough day in the redwoods, and maybe you just want to, you know, relax before having to go back home to your base. And with this little Airbnb that we got right here, you most certainly can. It is a literal Airbnb. And before you start to wonder, how do you do this trick? How can I replicate it? It's pretty hard to do. ARK has a glitch, a bug, that sometimes random structures that are placed pop up over here, because this is like the literal center of the map. And yeah, somehow one of the tribes, I think the Viking tribe actually, they had a foundation pop up over here, which kind of random, but that means they could actually build something here. And they've built this little thing where you can land your fire, you can relax, you can enjoy the view from this sofa. I love these building things as well. I don't know what it is, but it looks very, very futuristic. And it feels like a little tiny house Airbnb that you could rent and stay at. So that's why it's the perfect name for it. It is the perfect little resting place. Another great place to get some stamina back before you fly home to your base. It's also the last little thing that I'm showing off today on the community server. For one, I hope you enjoyed the little look around all the builds that have been made so far. And if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. But more importantly, if you want to join our server, you can. It's free. Just join the Discord. All the information is there right now. And as I said, it will be up until at least Scorched Earth. We got some boosted raids, better taming, better breeding, better imprinting. And of course, we got a bunch of mods and a nice little community for you to join and hopefully feel at home at. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.